How are you all doing, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're here today to do the Expanse Season 1, Episode 3. For me, it's just Episode 3 at this present moment of time. But yeah, so last episode ended off with them being caught. I said there's gotta be a third/fourth player. And I still hold to that because I can't see how they're going to get out of this specific situation unless there is like a spy on this ship. That could be the only thing. So like, I don't know. All right, I don't know. Like when it comes to I don't think they would show us these characters and their journey. See how they barely survived. In the depths of space. They're supposed to deliver and bring water through the ice. And meteorites and more so comets in space, and then deliver that to the belt. And there was a very interesting dialogue that I didn't actually get to talk about because I completely forgot about that, which I always do. I didn't really go back to the episode, but like I thought about it like the day after. I was like, I should have talked about that, but at that time, it didn't matter. But there was one little tiny bit of dialogue that they mentioned, which was something along the lines of. They're not being water once, it's a coincidence. They're not being water twice, or they're being, water not being able to be delivered, that happening twice, that, people are going to die in that situation. And it just shows, if they're going after the Canterbury, and if they're going after all the people, the Canterbury is now gone, I guess I should say, but they're going after the people, that have, that are delivering water, for people to drink, because you're in depths of space, you're in a belt. If you stop that, that's essentially starting war. And I didn't really get to talk about that much, so I just wanted to kind of talk about just a little bit here. Just saying that the whole thing about the stirring a spark that is needed, to start a war. Some people obviously think that the war can be avoided. Others think that is not the case. It just seemed like it's all pointing towards Mars, considering that they are militaristic force, them starting a war, or them wanting to start a war. And it's too perfect. It's too perfect. That's what it boils down to. Like it just seems too. Now, granted, I don't know what the show is going to be like in the future. I don't exactly know how this show is going to handle it. If there is a war, but I feel like it's almost it's too perfect. Because like the very first scene, the very first thing that we got was like there's only all that's needed is a tiny little spark, and then like 2 episodes later, in now episode 3, it seemed like the spark is here. Granted, nobody really knows that it's Mars, but I still think it is just too. It's going too well. It's going too smoothly. Maybe that's just because Mars is such a huge threat. That could certainly be what it is, or they might be getting set up. And if that's the case, then we'll see how it goes. Also, just off topic, but a lot of you mentioned in like episode 1 during the video, in the comment section I should say, that like Lasso Entertainment would be after me like a day or 2 after that video was taken down immediately, and I had to basically fight it, and it's now back. It was basically resorted after 1 day, but it's just funny seeing. I would have fought it anyway, but just like seeing it, how quick it actually happened. It just happened. Like I saw those comments, went to sleep, woke up, then takedown video blocked worldwide. I was like, okay, let me send in my appeal. No, they rejected it, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me send in my second appeal, and basically, if they deny the second appeal, it would essentially turn into a lawsuit. So now that's when you're like, okay, no, we don't own the video at all. Sorry. So it was just funny. I actually wanted them to reject it because I want to finally have a law case, and I want to finally be able to sue someone, have some fun, but didn't quite happen. Regardless, folks, episode 3. Let us get started. Wait, so I did get the message. I thought it was intercepted. Oh boy. Oh boy. This will surely go over well. Everyone must be freaking out. But it's in talk, but that basically means war. Okay. Teach them the ways. Stay calm. Nah, I can't say that. Is that an actual fictional language? Can you actually learn it? I'd love to learn it.
It could get dangerous out there.
Maybe you too.
Yeah. Yep. With Mars starting what they're starting, Earth, especially Earthers as well, are on the belt. I don't see this going well at all, in the slightest.
By now, if we just let it go.
Just file the report. Close the case. Enjoy your tax-free bonus.
Is there still, well, like, you know, there would be taxes in the future, wouldn't there? Death, taxes, the two things that are guaranteed. The two things that are guaranteed, of course, that would be taxes. Times may change, we may advance, but there's one thing that will always stay the same.
Alright, let's go.
Hey, go ahead. Destroy the evidence. Word's already out.
Keep your mouth shut now. Move.
Yeah. Yo, why are you being violent? Are you? That is the worst move you.
Put him down.
Bro, that why would? Yeah, that would be me. That right there would be. I'm like, okay, you know what? Hey, man. You know that whole thing about a spy?
We're gonna die.
And that look he also gave him. 500 IQ. 500 IQ, alright? 500 IQ. I totally thought they intercepted. Maybe I've read it wrong last episode there.
Man, you're going. Come on. You'll have your dance mark as well, brother. Yeah?
That's just a douche move, bro.
Come on, let's go.
That's the ultimate douche move.
No other reason to let us talk.
Mm-hmm. What's with that stern look? Like, that is the most stern. That's like the kind of look that you give to someone that you absolutely hate. It's like that's the kind of a look. But like, why? There's no need. You're interrogating him, okay? Now torture him. Fine. You can at least look at him normally. His iris changed.
5 fathers, 3 mothers.
Me, yeah.
8 parents.
Can you like read his mind?
Yes.
Or is it recording?
22 acres. Her life ceiling.
That's what it's for. It's
crumbling ice hall.
to monitor his facial expressions.
Based on the desperate condition of your ship.
Zoom in.
It clearly marks skill sets, but
Well, this just got interesting, eh?
did Naomi Nagata
Haven't spliced our plumbing into the vineyard's hydroponics yet.
He wasn't serious.
Of course, I warned Christian that I was a little...
I love how different this is.
You seem pretty
I
relaxed.
have to say, I really love how different this is.
Craig.
Mars is working with the OPA.
No, it can't be.
Yes. We have proof. We think they're making a
Now, you know what? The OPA is much bigger.
Is going to present the evidence tomorrow. Stealth ships are first strike weapons.
That's just not possible.
We'll have to mitigate
Listen to him for a second.
strength.
Alex. It's good to see you.
Ah.
I think. You look very well treated.
Then think about it. That beacon we found that you found so easy. What if it was private?
Okay, I'm not too far on, alright? But come on.
Who stands to gain?
Come on.
Who stands to gain if Earth and Mars get into a throwdown? How well do any of us really know Naomi?
Aye, Capitano.
Die sometime.
About now.
Give the Martians their water!
That the boss. Yeah.
Lord are not animals.
Well, who's that actor?
You have every right to be angry.
Oh shoot, you're right.
You should be
Who's that
angry.
actor? He looks so familiar.
But if we act like animals, it only justify their belief that we are.
What side would that be?
An Earth Corp may pay your salary, but you were born here.
That's why he kind of fits in. That's why, he knows how to get around.
I think that under that ridiculous hat, there's a belter yearning to find his way home.
I don't know. Could be.
Patrons say lost causes.
Could be not. That is fascinating. How fast it works as well.
People don't work long-range freight because they love it at home.
Who'd you leave behind? Hands where I can see them, please.
oh, I like that. Yeah, the calmest of people.
Why did you leave the Canterbury? Who registered the call?
I don't think no.
Someone who survived? The brute?
You can read your facial
Unlikely.
expression.
The pilot? No?
You can't be still as well.
No, one of us. The so-called medic. No. Was it you? Was it you? Hands where I can see them.
Yeah, I love this, I have to say. But he's screwed.
The hell is this? You join up?
Wait, what? That's an option?
What did you guys tell him?
To suck it.
Everything. I told them everything. Anything they wanted to know, I told them. I think I made some stuff up. I just kept talking.
They told me that you faked your medical records and signed on to the Cant to get away from a drug dealer who wanted you dead.
Well, that's true.
Wow. But you still saved a life. I'm even more impressed, bro. I'm even more impressed. That is so impressive, then. You're not even a real medic.
All of this got set up.
Sleeper agents. You ever heard of
True.
You.
Yo, what is your issue, bro?
Call the guards. He'll take the first few bullets.
What is his issue, bro? The only way you can get out of this is by being calm and speaking. Am I the only one
Speak to you now.
that is like irrational when it comes to anything? I would have sold them all out in a second. Don't trust me, but that's just... Violence won't get me anywhere. They'll shoot me first.
And 9 MCRN facilities believed to manufacture stealth composites and gunships.
Don't be hasty.
I thought there were only 6.
There were more than
Of course.
They were taking inventory.
Don't be so quick.
I leaked to Digraph that Mars was giving stealth tech to the OPA. He did what I thought he would. The spike in chatter was panic. They were calling to see if anything was missing. And since they had to ask, it means that they didn't give it
Yep.
to anyone. Which means that Mars wasn't working with the OPA
Good job.
or trying to take control of Sirius.
Good job. But now the bigger question is, who did exactly? Need proof of that.
Are you willing to make that statement?
I would. I'd sell them out. I would. Hey, I would.
Even if Naomi is OPA, without her, I'd be dead.
In a way, I almost want to go back to like the first episode and just rewatch everything again just to see whether I missed a single clue that could have led me to this conclusion. That's gonna... Ah, he's dead. He's dead. Oh, he is dead. Why on earth? There goes the uprising. Remember they can't. Is that how it's gonna end? Good. Good! I don't want it to end, bro! Nice. Be careful. Out right now! Device.
Okay.
Describe him.
It's not over.
Ah, shoot.
It's just beginning.
Ah, shit.
Remember the Cant.
What? What? The first episode where we see more of him in the episode. The first time the first time he's at the beginning of the episode, in the middle of the episode, at the end of the episode, and they just hang him up. They hung him up on the wall like he's a poster. Well, well, that was certainly not what I expected in the least. Yeah, he was learning the language, trying to integrate, trying to do his job and everything. I did certainly not expect this to happen. I thought he was going to be our view. Granted, I can't say he's dead for sure, but I mean, he's pretty much dead. That's what it look. Even if he's not dead, first of all, he's not going to walk anymore because that went right through his center, so that's going to go right out his spine. OPA. Opa. Remember the Cant. Man, I have to say it, right? I'm gonna say it. Screw it. I'm gonna say it. All right. I'll say it. I'll say it. Call me a fanboy, whatever. 3 episodes in. And already I want to go to the first episode just to rewatch it all. like 3 episodes in, and I already want to rewatch it all. I can say I'm happy that it seems that I was right with Mars. Granted, it's too early to call it, but it seems like I was right regarding Mars. I would have never guessed Naomi. Ever in a million years I would have never guessed that. I don't think she's a sleeper agent though. But it would make sense. She is the brain and she's got muscle on her side too. I don't know. Ah, man. Alright. First of all, I want to say this though. Mars looks friggin' cool, alright? I know we weren't technically on Mars itself, right? We didn't see the planet itself. We just saw the Mars. They're not, well. We saw how they dressed, how it looks and everything, the setting. It just looks friggin' cool. I have to say, it just looks friggin' cool, alright? It just really, really looks cool. That has to be my favorite design so far, easily. The belt, yeah, it looks cool in a different way. It looks really poor. Yeah, I think it's I don't know. That's not really a way to describe it, right? Baroque, Victorian, maybe not quite Victorian. It looks like, actually, you could really say it looks like, you know, a Victorian city in a spaceship. That's what it looks like, a Victorian city in a spaceship. So like, what's the Victorian era? The 1600s, 1500s? That's kind of what it looks like. In just like a, what is that? Yeah, that's the Victorian era, I believe. 1600s, yeah. Then yeah. And then you've got Earth, which looks very much like shoot. You've got Earth, which very a good way to describe it would be paradise, but a better way to describe it, Earth looks very much like it does now. Honestly, it looks very much like it does now. You know, you could really just take like a very rich house, a very rich mansion from today, and it would look like that. You know, with the exception of like technology that they have. But besides that, it pretty much looks identical to what it looks like. To what it looks like right now. You've got Mars. Mars, yeah, I can't speak at all. Then you've got Mars, which basically looks like a futuristic military base, which I mean it is. It's in the future and it's a military base. But the clothing looks very nice. You know, it just looks very cool. My favorite color is purple, right? But like my two second favorite colors are black and red. Because I feel like they really go well together. I mean, obviously, black goes really well with, say, you know, burgundy goes really well with a dark blue. You know, there's a color wheel after all. But they. From a setting wise, right? If I was working in this show, or if I somehow moved to the future, they invented time machine, time travel, and I moved forwards in time, I would definitely want to live. I would definitely want to be on like the Martian side, because it just looks so cool. It genuinely, I'm a sucker, as a lot of people know. Right? I'm a sucker for three things: 1, time; 2, coolness. And 3, I guess I can mention it now, space. I really never had the need to mention it, but space has always been a big thing. More so space and just the dangers that it has. I'm a sucker for danger more than anything, alright? But yeah, I would definitely choose the Martian side. But besides that, you know, the technology that they have where they can, you know, they take a little Tic Tac, a little pill, ball, almost like a contact lens. That's the first thing that I got when they opened it, like a contact lens. But obviously that's not what it was. It was a ball. But it did open their irises, so that they could, it's like almost like a camera, zoom into like facial expressions, and just notice like the twitches, notice when someone was telling the truth, so on and so forth. Which, you know, you don't need truth serum or anything of that sort for that. All you need is to be able to, you know, to register and elaborate and evaluate the facial expressions that a person has, and for them to just read you like that. I mean, nowadays, you know, with like the truth tests, what they're called. I want to say it's not that. Why do I want to say polygamy test? Obviously, that's not what it is, but that's usually what it's used for in TV shows and so on and so forth. But like the actual truth test that they have, the word escapes me right now. I'll probably remember it like 5 minutes after I finish recording. But what they do nowadays is like just monitor your heartbeat, monitor your expressions as well. Like they have like multiple people around you, like 3 people that just watch your facial expressions, with 1 expert that watches your facial expressions, your eye movements, of course, your eye twitchings, your arm movements, which is why he was like, put your hands on the table where I can see them. I really, really like that. And just taking it to the next level where, they can basically say it with absolute certainty. They can basically establish whether you're lying or telling the truth or hiding something with absolute certainty. And I just really, really like that. But, that's why it's for the best, honestly. Even if you're a good liar, you're not really going to get away with it. But it's why it's honestly for the best that you just dodge the questions, pretty much like it was doing in the first interview. Like, did you know that Naomi is an OPA agent? Who are you? just dodge the question by answering another question. But even then, when you hear a question, you still twitch. You still have facial expressions, and those, they might not tell the full story, but those can definitely still tell a story. So that was cool. Who is that? You know what? I'm gonna go back. Remember the Cant. I'm gonna go back just to like see who the actor is, because that's gonna bother me. Jared Harris. Where did I? Maybe not. He wasn't in He reminds me of like Daredevil or something like an absolute badass, but I can't remember which show. Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shot. Oh, that's wait, what? No, that's the movie. No. Where have I've not seen any of these movies. Law and Order, not seen that. Mad Men, not seen that. Bullfighter, never even heard of that. The Riches, never heard of that either. Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. Is that the one, the Robert Downey Jr.? Because I've only seen that. I mean, I've got the movie somewhere, but I've only seen that like 3 times. There's no way that I would remember him from that. Jared Harris. This is gonna bother me. What has he been in? Let's see. Because he looks so familiar and it's bothering me so much. Public Eye, no. Nadia, I've heard of that movie actually. No. Blue in the Face, no. No. Father's Day, never heard of it. Sunday, never heard of it. Chinese Books, never heard of it. White Lies, never heard of it. Happiness, never heard of it. Be Monkey, never heard of it. Okay, I don't watch much movie, I don't watch much TV, alright? I watch a few, but not really, nothing much, alright? Ocean's 12, I heard of it, but haven't seen it. Resident Evil Apocalypse, I heard of it. I mean, I know Resident Evil games. I've never seen that movie though. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, I think I've heard of that. Sherlock Holmes, Professor Moriarty, really is. Wow. Okay, well, I've seen that movie, so that's where I saw him from. Despite the fact I've watched that movie like 2 or 3 times. Let's go to television. The Rich Fringe. That's where I know. That's okay. That's where. That is where. Okay. There we go. Fringe. That's the one. I couldn't place it. He is from Fringe. Yes. Now it all comes to me. I've not seen that show in a long time. But I love Fringe. I love sci-fi shows, alright? In general, those are like the shows that I watch the most. Sci-fi and like the occasional fantasy. Yeah, I love sci-fi shows, right? But I've not really seen many sci-fi shows. Yeah, it makes sense, right? I've not seen Star Trek, which, everyone... I've watched one episode. I watched the very first episode of like the oldest one because I wanted to get into it, but then just ultimately ran out of time. I love sci-fi, don't I? But I haven't seen any really sci-fi shows, right? Besides like the sci-fi on Earth kind of shows, like pretty much like Fringe, But yeah, I mean, things are happening. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Things are happening. There are conspiracies that are happening. I'm glad I was kind of spot on, but again, I got that right, but I feel kind of bad that I didn't get the Naomi part right, because I'm pretty sure if I go back now, if I watched the first 2 episodes now, I pretty much I would pretty much maybe see some hints or something. They'd probably sprinkle it around somewhere here and there. So I really want to go back and like just watch the first 2 episodes again, but I won't. I won't, because instead of going backwards, let me move forwards. That's what I will say. But yeah, folks, that was episode 3. Remember the Cant. Remember the Cant. Remember. On the 5th of November. Gunpowder treason plot. There's always a secret plot, eh? There's always a secret plot, eh? Anyway, folks, I probably shouldn't. I always slam my desk because I just like to end it that way, but I really shouldn't, considering there's a microphone and that picks it all up. But yeah, I will see you all, ladies and gentlemen, in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. I'll see you all next week, next Wednesday, and then peace out. Bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day.